Hello, guys. Welcome, everybody, to Purple A's podcast. I am your host who bleeds purple and gold, Isaac here. So, the 2025 Vikings NFL draft has officially come to a close as of Saturday, and today is the day where I kind of review over all the other moves that they made. Besides the first round, like Donovan Jackson, we all know that this was a absolute hidden gem of a signing by the Vikings, and that they've made a good move to finish off the interior offensive line for the Vikings. I absolutely like it a lot. And so then the considering the second days and the third days of the draft, there was basically probably, like, I would say maybe a couple of that I could see being stars is third round in the third round the wide receiver from Maryland. They drafted Ty Felton on the third round. Now, of course, I didn't know any of the guys until I kind of had a better look at them. Ty Felton, I mean, he seems like a pretty decent wide receiver. I mean, I don't know if he could be like another like Trent Sherfield or Brandon Powell as per se, but I feel like this dude could be something solid. Where he says where I've heard the profile that he's a lot of speed as like a wide receiver. I think he will be very, very solid for the Vikings. And then I don't know which rounds these were in. I mean, basically three draft picks in like the third day of the draft. They drafted defensive tackle Tyrion Ingram Dawkins from Georgia, I believe so, if I'm not mistaken. I think it's Georgia. Yeah, it is Georgia. And I feel like this dude might be a solid like piece for like not like Levi Drake Rodriguez per se, but like maybe could be a good backup, a fourth string, maybe behind Harrison Phillips, Javon Hargraves, and Jonathan Allen. I think Tyrone Ingram Dawkins could be a very solid pick myself. So I think this is great. And then they drafted now these picks were like 201 and 202. From what I noticed is that they traded down with the Houston Texans and the Rams for two what and then those trade downs turned into 201 and 202. So that so they drafted back-to-back picks for that matter. And they drafted linebacker Kobe King, I believe, from Penn State, and then tight end Gavin Bartholomew, another tight end, which I mean, it's okay. They're okay players, I would say. Not really like splash as per se the first three picks, but overall, I could see where the Vikings go. I didn't even get mad at that where the Vikings traded down for those picks. I'm not even mad at that. I was just hoping they did not do that like within like the first round where they don't trade down. They make sure they stay where if they can't trade up, just stay where you pick. You'll be fine where you're at. And they did not do that. I'm absolutely fine with that. So I have no issues with that. And the Vikings made a third trade with the Seattle Seahawks this time, but it involves something that I'm pretty sure we've all been worried about. The only issue with this team was backup quarterback. The Vikings traded first Sam Howell with the Seattle Seahawks for, I believe, 178th overall pick. They traded their pick away, and they got I believe, a later pick in the draft for like 190 something, and then they had Sam Howell. I don't mind this pick at all. So Sam Howell, from what I gather, he's the backup quarterback behind JJ McCarthy. And we don't have to worry. And the good thing about this is that we don't have to worry about all the media talking about, oh, well, are they going to get Kirk Cousins or Aaron Rodgers? He might be the best quarterback that the Vikings have ever had. This would be a great move. And all that BS, that's over with. The Vikings now have Sam Howell as their backup quarterback. They don't have to worry about that whatsoever. So basically, now you have an insurance policy in case JJ McCarthy gets hurt. The only really underlying problem that you could possibly nitpick with this team is maybe the cornerback position. The really only good players like Byron Murphy Jr., Mekhi Blackman. They're not great weapons, but I feel like it is just fine because you can only fill in so many homes. I just kind of wish that's my only gripe is that they didn't go after the cornerback position with in the draft, in the later draft. I mean, they obviously went with wide receiver, which is like all right, maybe a replacement for wide receiver 3 could be Ty Felton maybe. And also you going for an insurance policy in the defensive tackle position, but kind of like going for Kobe Keene and Gavin Bartholomew in the later drafts. I'm okay with that, but honestly, they could have done better by going after cornerback, which obviously sucks. So, but still though, with this draft, you can't even be mad at that. I feel like they did a very solid job with this 25 draft, and Kwesi Adolfo-Mensah did exactly that. And they did get, and in the undrafted free agents class, they got like 23, I believe so, undrafted free agents. I have no doubt, I don't know any of these guys, but like, maybe like a few could be like the next quote-unquote Ivan Pace Jr., but really though, there usually is one, so I have no worries that one of them will be that kind of guy. So, basically overall, my only gripe is that they didn't go after cornerback. Sorry about that. So, I would say my overall grade that I narrow it down to is probably an A minus. So, that's good considering. They didn't do 100% good, no, but I would say an A minus considering the gap between exhausting all possible positions that you need to be filled out. I feel like Kwesi Adolfo-Mensah is doing a great job, and with the free agency that you had and the draft that you had, Kwesi Adolfo-Mensah dominated it. He absolutely did everything he could to possibly just fill in the entire gap holes that were needed for this team. And so, overall, the free agent, if you want to grade the free agency in the draft, I would say an A plus, quite honestly. The draft is an A minus just because maybe not a cornerback, that's the only thing to nitpick, but overall, that's it, really. There's nothing really bad to say about the off season that the Vikings have had. I don't care about that overall. This team has basically gotten so much better, and it's all thanks to general manager. It's all thanks to the general manager. I hope he gets an extension soon. I hope he does. I really do. So, thank you guys. So basically, now it's just camp, waiting for the season to start. All that exciting stuff, man. Let's go. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you guys hit the like button. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Skull Vikings.